You. Criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool joins us now to talk more about this case. Brian, welcome to you. Not a surprise he pled not guilty. What do you make of the defense's claim that prosecutors are going to be, it will be difficult for them to prosecute this case because of their close ties and proximity to the incident?
Hey, Marni, always great to be with you. Yeah, I mean, to try to disqualify a federal prosecutor is really hard to do. You need to have what's called clear and convincing evidence of an actual conflict of interest. For example, usually a prosecutor might be dismissed if they had a prior representation of the defendant in this case, or they had a financial interest in the outcome of the case, or they have actual bias in the case. Now, the Cole Allen's lawyers are going to claim that Pereiro and Todd Blanche were at the White House or for the dinner, but as you just saw, you just showed a video. Neither of them witnessed Cole Allen charging through the security area, and neither of them witnessed him being shot at. So I really don't think this motion is going to prevail. And another point I want to make, Marni, is usually the head DOJ lawyer doesn't actually try the case, right? You usually have an underling that comes in and actually does the jury trial. So I highly doubt that either Pereiro or Todd Blanche would have been trying the case anyway. So I think this motion is going to fail.
Beyond that, what is the defense's most likely strategy given the evidence in this case? And maybe most compelling is the actual video of him armed running through those security checkpoints.
Yeah, great question, Marni. I mean, because you have videotape, as you're showing your viewers, that is actual, tangible evidence of Cole Allen coming through the security area armed. Not only did he have an automatic rifle, but I think he also had 4 knives, a lot of ammunition on him. You also have that picture of him in the hotel, if you remember that, where he's showing himself armed with all of this ammunition. So clearly you have actual video of him committing a crime. So really, I think his only defense is what's called diminished capacity that does exist in Washington, D.C. It's not insanity. It's not a total it's not a total release from the case. What it does is it actually defeats a requisite intent. His lawyers might argue that he had a mental health issue and that defeated his intent to commit the crime, and that because if a jury believed that, Marni, then he would get a lesser crime committed and a lesser sentence. So he might not spend his whole life in jail.
So what's next in the case, Brian? There's another court date set for, I believe Hannah said, late June. What should we be watching for?
Yeah, so the next status conference, the judge is going to discuss evidence, right? Typically, cases like this, they get delayed. They're high-profile cases. The defense is going to argue they want all evidence possible. The prosecutor has a duty, fiduciary duty, to turn over all the evidence, and I think that's what the judge is going to be looking for in June. And another point, Marni, is if Cole Allen's lawyers are going to argue this diminished capacity, they might need more time, for example, before a trial date is set to allow a forensic psychologist to meet with Cole Allen to beef up his defense in the case.
Brian Claypool, as always, thank you. Nice to see you, sir.
Good seeing you, Marni. Thank you.